back for another video. It's been a while, but you've probably seen from the title of this video that we've been away on another trip, this time to Copenhagen. It was our first time in Copenhagen. We were there around about mid-August for 7 days, and yeah, really enjoyed it. It's a lovely city, very clean, very modern. People are quite friendly. The only downside really is that it's quite expensive. I thought Dublin here was expensive, but Copenhagen takes it to another level. But all in all, it was a really nice trip. As usual on trips like this, I brought 2 cameras with me, one film and one digital. If you watch my last video, you'll see that I dropped what you'd probably call my everyday camera, my Canon EOS 500. It didn't break too bad. I just snapped the door off the battery compartment. For that reason, I didn't feel confident bringing it on this trip, just in case something went wrong. But I do have a backup Canon film camera. This is the Canon EOS 5. This is probably a more premium camera than the Canon EOS 500. But the reason I don't use this one as much is that it is a little bit more bulkier. It's a little bit heavier. It does have some nice features. It's got a pretty advanced eye autofocus feature. So when you're looking through the viewfinder, the camera is able to read what your eye is looking at in the frame and will focus on that. Again, I pretty much shot all black and white film on this trip, bar one roll of Kodak Portra 400. I usually don't shoot all that much Portra 400 because of the price, but this is a roll I've kind of had in my store for probably about 2 years, and I was waiting for a special occasion to use it, and trip to Copenhagen was special enough for me to kind of crack it out and run it through the camera. But mostly I shot black and white film on this, and I went for Kentmere's new film, Kentmere 200. I'm a big fan of Kentmere 400. It's probably one of my favorite black and white films to use. So I was interested to see how the Kentmere 200 would go. For digital, I used my Sigma DP2 Merle. I've spoken about this camera briefly in other videos. At some stage in the future, I will do a full video on this camera. But yeah, the reason I use this camera is just purely for the colors it can produce. It's got a very unique sensor that most other digital cameras don't have. I believe only Sigma uses the foveal sensor. Again, that's something I'll speak about in a future video. It's around about a 42mm lens, but I did pick up what is a Ricoh, I believe, make this. It's a wide angle adapter, which when this is on, it brings it out to about a 35mm. Which is obviously the focal range that I like. So it's nice to have 35mm on the film and 35mm on the digital. The film that I shot is Kentmere's new film, Kentmere 200. Before I went on this trip, I did shoot kind of 2 test rolls of Kentmere 200. I shot one roll of 35mm and I also shot a roll of 120. I'll throw up some of those images now. I was quite happy with the results that I got. Obviously the grain isn't as pronounced as it is with the Kentmere 400. I'm not sure yet if that's a positive, because I am quite fond of the grain in Kentmere 400. It's one of the reasons that I shoot it a lot. It does have a nice natural contrast to it without having to do any extra work in post-processing or putting any coloured filters on the lenses. I also found that it blooms quite a lot, especially on the bright highlights. Now, I'm not sure if this is because of the way I developed it or whether it's something that is inherent in the film. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes I'm also not quite sure whether I like it, and I do think I'll have to shoot a couple more rolls of Kentmere 200 before I can decide whether it's something that will replace my favourite Kentmere 400. Yeah, and as I mentioned, I also ran a roll through my medium format camera, my Mamiya RZ67. These were just some kind of detailed shots I took at home here. and I really like the results that I got with this. It's quite sharp, quite detailed. Yeah, and overall I'm really happy with how the 120 images came out. I do think that I will use Kentmere 200 a lot more in 120, but yeah, for 35 I think I'm still on the fence about whether I prefer it over Kentmere 400. So yeah, that's the technical talk out of the way, and now we can jump straight into our first day in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen rise! Shame, shame, shame! No more ink washing in our name!
That's all for the first part of the trip. Should have the second and final part out soon. But yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed.